Hello and welcome. This is the Connection Hub and I am Vanessa. I am a psychic medium who channels messages for the divine and your loved ones. For today's reading, we are going to talk about your next partner, who they really are. We're going to cover characteristics, hobbies, personality, a bit of their looks, some likes, some dislikes, and we're even going to dive into maybe a couple of lessons that you're going to learn together, highlights of your relationship, and then any other messages that are meant to come through for you today. We have our 4 piles here. So pile number 1 is number 54 with Skunk Spirit, Know Your Worth. Our second pile is number 28, Frog Spirit, Clear Out the Clutter. Pile number 3 is number 29 with Giraffe Spirit, See the Big Picture. And then lastly, we have number 5 with Bat Spirit, A Rebirth is Assured. Tuning in to which pile or which piles you would like to listen to today, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, if you've chosen pile number 1 with Skunk Spirit, Know Your Worth, welcome to your reading. Okay, so, oh my gosh. The vision I'm receiving of skunks, they're all giggling and laughing too. So right off the hop, you are going to have a really, really joyous relationship with this partner. This partner is especially funny, but they're like covert funny. They have this element of sarcasm to their sense of humor, and they're going to catch you off guard. They also think that they're funny, but they would never give that away. They would never give that away. When they drop their jokes, they're not laughing at their own jokes on the outside, but certainly on the inside. They have a really, really great time with life. The other thing about Skunk Spirit, I'm not sure if you've ever seen skunks in the wild, but Mama Skunk, when she walks, all of her little baby skunks surround her and walk really, really closely to her. So it's not just one skunk walking, but it's a group of 5 or 6 or 7 of them walking in a pack. So this partner could have a really great friend circle, not just like a bunch of friends that he hangs out with just for the sake of hanging out with them, but I'm seeing like a really loving, tight-knit, loyal group of friends. This group of friends could come from maybe high school or college, or maybe even a sports team that he's a part of. The fact that the skunk is both black and white in its fur tells me that they have a really great sense of balance. They know how to coordinate their schedule and weave in and out of their days with quite a lot of great balance. They're very balanced in their nutrition. They know how to let loose maybe on the weekends a bit. They're not so strict, but they do actually appreciate like a nice, nutritious, balanced meal. They're balanced in terms of how much rest they get in combination with how much effort they put out into the world, like how much energy they expend. What else? I'm also seeing that this is a very athletic group of people. They could do anything at all, from aerobics to running to, I'm seeing baseball, I'm seeing hockey, I'm seeing football, even soccer. Australians rules football, if I'm saying that right, kind of like a form of rugby. So very athletic. Are there any other hobbies? Okay, that's really interesting. I'm seeing for someone in particular, but there's a hobby around liking fish. They're really intrigued by the underwater world. They could have their scuba diving certificate, and they could really enjoy traveling and scuba diving or even snorkeling. Like they love it. They live for underwater and like aquariums and fish, like really colorful tropical fish. I'm also seeing that they're the life of the party. They're the life of the party, but going back to how balanced they really are nurturing in the way that they're capable of listening to others when they're speaking. So with physical appearance, tuning into this, I was getting a whole range of different heights. So I don't want to focus in too much on their heights, but in terms of build, there are some that are really, really lean and muscular, and then then others that are quite bigger in stature, very muscular, but with added weight on them. I'm seeing big, strong hands if you're interested in dating men. And then there is a woman that keeps coming up as well. I'm noticing her with an olive tanned complexion with long dark hair, like a beautiful, warm chocolate brown hair, a gorgeous smile, and also like very athletic, not extremely muscular, slender, but toned. Let's also go into this partner's likes. So they really like the movies, the comedy clubs. I think they get very inspired by watching and taking in other people's acts and how they make a crowd laugh. They like to go and enjoy comedy shows live, but I wouldn't be surprised also if they followed comedians on, let's say, TikTok or on a social media platform, or maybe they even like to sit down and watch entire sets on, let's say, Netflix. They love being in the kitchen, but not necessarily cooking. I'm seeing they enjoy using their other senses when it comes to food. They really love taking in the scent of cooking. They love seeing things beautifully plated. They can really appreciate the art that goes into cooking, but they do really love when other people cook for them. I'm also seeing like when they cook for themselves, like they cook nutritious meals, but it's more or less bland. Like it's not something that they would present to a crowd. They would definitely get help there. I'm seeing hiking and cycling. They love to hike and cycle. Okay, I take that back. I'm seeing hiking and cycling. I'm laughing because at first when I was receiving the vision of them hiking and cycling, it felt like they were really enjoying themselves, but my guidance quickly told me no, not at all. So I was tuning in and I was watching them out in nature. And when this person is really funny, when this person cycles, it's kind of like, and they're rolling their eyes and they'll go out and do it, but it's not necessarily the first thing they're going to choose to do. And then when it comes to hiking, I'm also receiving that they rather not. It's just like something about like too much dust, or I don't know, like I'm seeing like twist their arm and they'll go and they'll join you, but it's not one of their highlights. Maybe it's the heat, actually. I don't think this person really enjoys the heat because I just quickly zoomed in and I was being shown them skiing in the winter and they loved that. Like they love the coolness. They love cooler elements, even if they're snorkeling or scuba diving. I think this is where the scuba diving comes into play because the deeper you go into the water, the cooler it becomes. There's something about a coolness that they really enjoy, like this freshness in the air or a freshness in the elements. So they could enjoy even just, I'm seeing like country skiing, country shoeing. Oh, they love those snowmobiles, thank you, in the winter time. So anything that gets them outside but in cooler temperatures is going to be preferred. Okay, I'm hearing that that's it for that. Let's pull out a couple of cards from the Psychic Tarot deck and just get started with a few messages that we're meant to hear off the hop here. Thank you so much for being here. It's really lovely to tune into your next partner. They're so fun. You are going to have a blast. Okay, so let's see. So memories of love. We have rest and rejuvenate. You could be a busy bee. You could be someone, this is great. I'm tuning into you now and your overall personality. And I'm seeing that you're quite the busy bee. Like you're always going, you're always doing something. And what's interesting is I'm now watching you rest and just relaxing on the couch. And even that, you can be a little bit fidgety. Like it's a little challenging for you to just dig your tush into the cushion and do absolutely nothing. I'm watching either your mind is always going, or you're like scrolling on your phone, or you're thinking about the next thing that you have to do. And this rest and rejuvenate card is coming in to let you know that this next partnership is going to be a blessing in this sense, where they're really going to help bring you back into balance. With the memories of love, maybe I should have stopped here and started talking about that first, but I was seeing seeing that the both of you could feel as though you've known each other for longer than you have. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a soulmate connection that you're coming into, and someone that you can really grow with in a very nurturing, calm, beautiful way. Speaking of just bodies of water, and this person really appreciating snorkeling and scuba diving and the aquatic system, I feel like they're so balanced in nature and in their tone that if you were to imagine a body of water, it's not entirely still, because there is that element of comedy and just like always being there and always being nurturing, but it is such a smooth wave that comes in and out of the shore. If we were to compare your relationship to a body of water, this is the visual that I'm receiving. Next, we have material and spiritual prosperity. There is so much opportunity for personal and material growth for the both of you in this relationship. Not only will you get more connected to each other and really enjoy each other's company, but you're also going to be diving deeper into your connection with yourselves, growing your energetic and your spiritual connection to source. The material really speaks to the physical world, is how I see it and perceive it. So anything in terms of the physical body, getting strong and staying active, all the way down to, I'm hearing making sure you're on top of your important medical appointments and making sure you're on top of eating a fairly healthy diet in comparison to not. And then also being able to save money smartly, to invest smartly. And then the community of friends that this partner has. And thank you. Now I'm also receiving for yourself as well. Like, you also have a great community of friends around you, which is such a beautiful gift all in itself. And the merging of both of you together, it really is a party. Like, I'm being filled with such a sense of blessing that anyone would give anything to be in the position that the both of you are in. So that's really, really beautiful. Next, we have partnerships and alliances. This person isn't only going to be a romantic partner, but they're going to be such an incredible ally. Like a friend of all friends, you're going to feel very authentically you, very open and able to open up and be vulnerable. You're not going to stutter over your words. You're going to be able to speak very clearly and very confidently with them. And the nice thing about the both of you is I see you have such an incredible amount of patience. And I'm getting the sense that if you don't feel like you are a patient person now, this relationship, the both of you are going to naturally be so patient with each other. And this is going to have a beautiful rippling effect to other areas of your lives. Discontent and boredom. I'm hearing, oh gosh, I don't want to be bored. This is so interesting. Does it have something to do with their career? Okay, what I'm picking up on is this partner you could be meeting. They could have a career that gives the impression, let's say, that they're nailed to a spot. And I'm getting the feeling, because you like to go, you always like to be busy, you like to do things, and traveling could be one of those things. And if this person's career, or if you feel like they have prior commitments or obligations that give off this idea that they don't have as much freedom as you wished they did, I'm hearing hang in there, because something about that is going to change for them in the future. The ask is to really tune into how your partner is making you feel. The interesting thing is, and this might not be for all of you, but there are some people's energy watching this that I'm tuning into that are going to be dating a few people at the same time. Just kind of getting a sense or figuring out who it is that they want to spend more quality time with. If there is a person that I'm describing up here that is almost making the mark but isn't quite nailing it, because it seems like their obligations are a little too heavy and you want more freedom, I'm just hearing waver. This is something that you hopefully, because it feels so good, hopefully hopefully you have it in you to just waver on this a little bit, because it's not going to look like that, or it's not going to be that way for years to come. It is going to lighten up, and you're going to have actually more freedom than you think. We have deception and envy. This is really in terms of lessons that you're going to be learning together. I'm picking up on an energy of an ex. There's going to be maybe an ex-girlfriend or an ex-boyfriend that still has some ties to this new partner that is coming in. And one of the lessons coming up with this is being able to communicate really lovingly and really clearly boundaries, or more or less just your emotions around this situation, like what things are okay, what things really don't make you feel okay. You're going to learn where maybe you fall short in a little bit of confidence. And in that, you're going to actually be growing so much yourself, because you're going to feel that much more inspired to transition and to transform into a person that is more confident. So you'll have what I want to say is the ball is going to be in your court, and you're actually going to feel inspired to ask yourself, okay, well, what can I do in my own life for myself to build my confidence so that no one, no matter what the previous relationship or current relationship is, so that no one can shake me. Yeah. So you're really going to be learning how to stand firmer in your own ground, and just overall feel so much more confident about you and the role you play in this partnership. Amazing. Rejoice in celebration. So back when I was tuning into like your group of friends coming together with their group of friends and just having a party, and I was saying that really truly anyone would give anything to be in this situation, in this position with you, I actually was being given the vision of a wedding party, and like everyone out on the dance floor really enjoying themselves and having a really great time. And this rejoice in celebration, I just flashed back and was given the same vision. So this could very well be the one, and someone that you enjoy such a loving life with. Next, we have shadow. So I'm just going to place this, I'll place this right over here, over top of deception and envy. Okay. Let's move this over here. Tuning into the shadow card and just like wanting to push it so it rests over top of deception and envy, and then rejoice in celebration. When it comes to our shadows, these are aspects of ourselves that our parents or our teachers or even our peers will point out, maybe belittle, maybe make fun of. These shadow aspects are typically characteristics that we learn to shut down, and we learn to keep really, really quiet, because we don't want to shake the waters. We don't want to make really big waves. And why I was first ready to put it over this card, but I could see that your partner is really going to help you celebrate every little bit of who you are. This relationship really is going to bring you into such an authentic space. It's going to be unlike anything you've ever experienced. And then lastly, we have new beginnings, which is no surprise whatsoever. It is going to feel like a new beginning. Even if you've had several partners before, this partnership really is an opportunity for you to shine in all of your glory and to just show up as you, because you're absolutely amazing. Like quote unquote flaws and all. This is someone that you're really going to grow with and really going to enjoy your time with. Next, we're going to use the classic Rider-Waite deck, and this is going to give us some hints and clues on the highlights to your relationship. Let's just put this at bottom of the deck is Temperance. I'm hearing it's a holy, holy world. I'm just getting the sense of this relationship is something that you've prayed for. It's something that you've really wished for, and you've really laser beamed your intention on receiving. You are certainly someone who really understands and really knows what they're looking for in a partner, which is very exciting. And through any point of your ritual, wherever your inner vision and however your desires were led within you. This is something that you've really mastered for yourself, and someone you're going to be extremely excited to meet. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles. I love this. The both of you are going to be extremely eager to share your thoughts and to share new and creative ways to build things in the physical world. This could be really helping to inspire each other in your own separate hobbies, maybe different ways to make passive income. Both of you have a really strong grip on creative thought and being very open to share that creative thought. And it's going to be incredible because of this, I'm seeing that the way you just build your building blocks one on top of the other is very stable, very supportive, and this is going to transition then into other areas of your life, primarily financial gain. The Seven of Wands, I take this card today as more comical than anything else, and what I'm seeing is one of the highlights of your relationship is the fact that you're just a match made in heaven, and your friends, because you have such loyal, beautiful friends and such a great friend group, the both of you, it's like I'm seeing everyone celebrating for you. There are no ill wishes. There is nothing but love, and people are seeing just how great you guys are together. It's kind of like you have to fight off the compliments. That's the comedic side of the Seven of Wands that I'm getting today. Oh, amazing. So the Fool, which is confirming new beginnings. Maybe I'm just tuning into yourself, like crying. And this could actually also be for your new partner as well. Like just crying, feeling down, not knowing when it was going to happen for you. And it's like, I'm watching you wipe the tears away, and I'm hearing now is the time. Like it's when this relationship does come in, you're going to say, wow, was that ever worth the wait? And then lastly, we have the Page of Wands. So much page energy, which is really great because with our pages, they tell us that it's the beginning of something really fantastical. So it's the beginning of new passion and new ways of thought, new ways of being in the world. And with the Fool, it's like, this is a whole new journey all in itself. And I love that loyalty keeps coming up in your reading, and that there's a dog in the Fool card. And when it comes to our dogs, we know that there are loyal little buddies. I met such a cute little puppy today at the mall. She was being pushed in a baby carriage. She was one of those, oh, what are they called? A King Spaniel? The beautiful faces. She was Lady from Lady and the Tramp, and she was precious. She was so incredible. Maybe you guys are going to get a dog together. Oh yeah, go outside and play fetch. I love that. Perfect. I'm going to move those off to the side here. And I'm just going to get a couple of closing messages from the Whispering Heart Love Oracle deck. This has been so much fun. I have thoroughly enjoyed reading you. Thank you. Thank you. If you've enjoyed the video, thank you for liking and subscribing. I would love to have you back. Press on that little bell. Okay, awesome. So our first message here is adventures. See, you're going to travel. You're going to have adventures. You will have fun. You might need to practice a bit of that patience, right? But you will have fun. So having new experiences and making new friends. Oh my gosh. Both of your friend groups are really going to enjoy each other. Attraction, having great chemistry, or able to manifest love. You certainly are a very strong manifester. And I see you both being really encouraging. Like the chemistry between the two of you is spicy, and this is really going to inspire you and influence you both to live a really nice, healthy lifestyle. Next, we have unsure, questioning past actions and current decisions. And this is going nearly over that deception and envy card where I was tuning into the possibility of an ex just popping in, maybe sharing a thought or two. We don't know yet. But it's okay and it's extremely healthy to have questions and to keep your curiosity open. Ask all the questions you want. Ask the questions. There are no stupid questions. And in asking questions, even if the new partner doesn't know how to answer them in the moment, and be patient with that response. Sometimes some questions need time to respond to because we want to be very aware of the words that we're using. Words are extremely powerful. Ask the questions, give that breathing space to allow them to figure out how to answer questions. And, ask yourself questions. Ask yourself, maybe in past relationships, maybe you were really quiet and you didn't speak up as much as you wanted to. Ask yourself why, ask how that did or did not serve you, and see how you're going to choose differently. I think right now, keeping a very open and curious mind is going to be one of the biggest benefits you could have for yourself. Next, we have expectations, having very high ideals or unreasonable requirements. Dreamer fantasies. So this is going back into maybe this person you're dating, one of the people that you're dating, they're hitting the mark and it's really sounding very relatable to the situations that you're in, but there's those one or two things that are kind of throwing you a bit. Sit quiet with yourself. Sit in prayer. Even if you don't pray, just shoot the question out there. Just shoot all of your questions out there and ask for an answer. Ask for a sign. Ask for something that is going to help lead you on your way. And then lastly, we have exploring. This is where are you guys going to travel to? I am curious. Exploring, testing the waters, or still looking for the right one. So this is confirming, absolutely go on dates with several people. Why not? And I also need to make mention of all of the water imagery that I was getting for your group as well. This is related to our emotions, right? So maybe a lot of new emotions are going to come up for you, or maybe old emotions will come up ready for you to explore a little bit more. But I really do get that sense that great emotions overall are going to be incredible and just buzzing through your body. But yeah, maybe now is the time to pick up a journaling practice or to speak with a friend that you really trust and you really care for their opinion. I'm hearing to pick up this last card that is sliding for no reason. Strong roots, building a foundation of trust with someone. Yeah, this really is, if you're not used to talking and if you're not used to being open and being very forthcoming with information inside of you, this relationship is certainly going to change that. I am hearing there is one more. There we go. Baby steps involving children or taking time to know each other. With the baby steps, take your time. There is no pressure to get off to a perfect start. What is perfection anyways? Just let them know. Let them know when you have questions, or let them know how you're feeling in certain conversations. Maybe you want to throw in a little hey, I'm a little new to this. I'm really going to try to articulate how I'm feeling right now, but I would appreciate your patience with me. Do anything you can that's going to be supportive for you, because it's only going to put you in a more favorable position, and it's really going to build that element of trust and true honest love between the both of you. You have chosen pile number 2 with Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. Welcome to your reading. So just to recap, we are going to go over some characteristics of your next partner, and we're also going to get into some lessons that you might learn together, along with additional messages and the highlights of your relationship. So let's get started. Okay, when it comes to the number 28, numerically speaking, this tells us that we are very financially abundant. So if you see repeating number 28, this could be a message specifically for you, but I am getting the images in the sense that your new partner is financially stable. They are someone that understands the importance to saving, the importance to stocks, to investments. They are very financially literate. If you see the number 28 on repeat, this could be a sign that you're getting closer to meeting this next partner, which is very exciting. As I first held this card and began to tune into the characteristics and hobbies of this individual, I couldn't help but notice this blue ball down here, there's a couple of things coming in for that. Blue represents our throat chakra. So right off the hop, there could be something about communication with this person. I am getting the sense that helping them develop their communication could be something that is an important step in the right direction when it comes to this partnership. They might have a little bit of difficulty of hearing you clearly all the way. I'm just seeing a bit of interrupting and or a bit of distraction that happens in conversation and in communication. If this is something that doesn't bother you, then there you go. Doesn't really bother you. The next thing, and the first thing that actually came to me when I was looking at this little blue ball, is I saw a balloon and it just keeps floating. And now in my mind's eye, like I'm just watching this balloon float into the sky and against the clouds, against the backdrop. I mean, it's really, really beautiful. But the symbolism to this is they could be living really high, and you could take that however you would like to take it. Maybe they like to smoke. Maybe they like to just live without a care in the world. Maybe they just like to see things from a higher perspective. Yeah, I feel good about leaving it there. The next thing I'm seeing, and I'm not sure if you've seen this video on social media, but I'm imagining the guy like cutting through the massive lily pad, and he turns this lily pad over and he reveals like the smallest plant underneath this big lily pad. So what I feel is what you see on the surface is not necessarily what you can expect within this person. This person might actually appear to possibly have everything together. Maybe their social media reel, if they're even on social media, they don't even strike me as being someone that would flaunt themselves socially. But if they did have a social media account, it would be very curated. Like it would look absolutely gorgeous. The cars, the home, the wardrobe. But interestingly enough, this individual is also coming across as not having a lot of friends. Like they don't have a very close knit group of friends. Maybe this is because they're freshly moved to the country or to the city that you live in. Like maybe they've had a completely fresh start and maybe they're just re-establishing themselves where you currently are or where you end up finding them. The other great thing about the frog is they're a symbol of spirituality. It is an animal that lives both on land and in water. And I'm feeling like for this new partner, they could actually be at the beginning of a fresh new start. Again, like moving to a new country, maybe moving locations. Maybe it's someone new in the workplace. Maybe it's someone new to the neighborhood. Maybe it's someone new to like a fitness class or a club that you're a part of. But there is this newness that surrounds them. Okay. In terms of their hobbies, they don't seem to be like a very active person. I'm getting the sense that they like a lot of quiet time. Like they kind of like to just scroll on their phone and just take it easy. Like when they're not working and they're not busy, they really do enjoy doing absolutely nothing. This is someone that would play video games. This is someone that enjoys watching movies. I'm even getting an image of someone knocking on the door and he's inviting this friend in and they sit on the couch, but they're not really big into doing much. They're not really talking much. They don't really have plans. They're just there to enjoy each other's company. I'm even seeing in terms of cuisine, they keep things really simple. This is someone who would prefer to like throw in a microwave dinner as opposed to researching and looking up a recipe to cook something fresh. They enjoy fine dining, but when it comes to cooking for themselves, they're not someone that wants to put in the effort of doing the dishes and buying all of the ingredients. Like they really would rather cut all of that work out and just have things either delivered to them or pick up the easy things at the grocery store. They love to travel. They do really enjoy getting onto a plane and just going somewhere new. And I'm seeing all over the world. They could really take in all of the sights, all of the textures, the smells, the colors, the culture, everything about going to all these different places in the world really excite this person. And when it comes to a hobby, that would be their jam. Like that is definitely what they're into. And there's someone that would like to walk the city and get to know the place that they're in. They are someone that is just as happy in the mountains as they are on the farm side, as they are in a city, as they are like in the middle of an island surrounded by nothing but water. They really are I'll take it all, and I'll take it all at once. It doesn't matter where you stick them. They love seeing the world. That's amazing. I was just shown like they have such a full passport that I wouldn't be surprised if they need to renew their passport a couple of times. And this is someone that has a couple of different country passports, country location passports. In terms of looks, this is a very, very chic individual. Just going back to, they really do appreciate the finer things in life. They can afford it. They love it. They don't question it. It is nothing for them to question. They really do love looking good, smelling good, and always appreciate the same in the partner that they're looking for. You could actually run into this person. I'm seeing the both of you shopping. I'm watching like him leaving like a beautiful men's suit store and serendipitously running into you or bumping into you. And I'm also seeing like the both of you sitting at a cafe. It feels very European, sitting at a cafe outside and just like glancing over. You're both sitting alone and you notice each other and there's a bit of a grin or a bit of a smile, and this really inspires conversation between the both of you. Or even a cheeky, they buy you a drink or they send something over to your table just to say hi and like get their feet wet a bit in introducing themselves to you. In terms of their likes, I was just tuning into, okay, like what is this person like? What do they like? And you know what I saw? I saw them doing this, and they were doing this to a wristwatch. They really, really appreciate timeliness, having a great sense of time and always being on time. They cannot stand being late for anything. They're like a time is money type of mentality, and they are a very punctual person, and this is a non-negotiable. They do expect those they date to be very punctual. You know what was interesting just then is I looked out my window and I noticed Canadian geese flying, and I thought, oh, okay, yeah, that's so suiting. Like, we're talking a lot about travel right now. But then I also realized that the Canadian geese actually symbolize a vegetarian diet. So this could be something that they really enjoy, and they could actually be vegetarian and or vegan. I'm also hearing they are a very, very smart individual. They are very, very smart, but they might come across as a little aloof. Like they don't get very invested at all when it comes to drama, when it comes to gossip, when it comes to, I want to say, like menial issues. They don't feed off of that. They're a very factual person. I'm getting the sense that they're also extremely linear. This is just who they are and how they like to live. So when it comes to the partnership and the relationship between yourself and this individual, I really feel like you're going to receive a lot of stability. You're going to feel safe. You're going to feel very protected. You're going to feel very looked after. But in terms of the social aspect of life, this is where you turn to your group of friends and you have that social element. So it depends on what you look for in a partnership, but I wouldn't really count on this person specifically to be your companion when it comes to any conversation or anything that's happening in the background to life. They are someone that likes to read the newspaper, someone that likes to keep track of stocks really closely. They're someone that will graze through the news. They like to watch sports. I'm watching them watch European football. So they enjoy watching sports. They might even go to a football game, but they're not one to suit up themselves. I'm also seeing horse racing, gambling, betting. It's something that they do for fun and for pleasure. It's not something that they're up over their head in, meaning it's not a quote unquote bad habit. What I'm saying is they're not so invested in gambling that it takes away from parts of their life. What else? In terms of love language, this is really sweet. Giving gifts is this incoming partner's love language. They love to provide. They love to give gifts. They love to give in this way. I want to even say, because I just zoomed back, if this happened in this current life, or if it happened in a very close previous life, this individual wasn't financially well off. And I feel like their soul is holding on to this aspect that entices them to gift give because it makes them feel really good. It makes them feel accomplished, and it makes them feel as though they're attributing to relationships in a really nice way. I'm also seeing a private jet, which is really nice. And I'm watching them interact with their family. This to me seems like they come from old money, like money and financial gain has run in the family for generations and generations. It's interesting. Why am I being shown this? Their parents look really lovely. Their parents look very beautiful, very well manicured. And mom is more for conversation and, loves to have their child home. They really enjoy family time together. Okay, I was just tuning in to maybe a little bit more of dislikes. And there's something about them having sensitive ears, and they don't like it when people whisper in their ears. Okay, I am going to place this card just down here like that. And we are going to pull some other messages from the Psychic Tarot. Let's take a look at lessons that you could learn together and any additional messages that want to come through. First we have the universe. Emotional withdrawal. Prosperity begins. I'm hearing that this relationship is heaven sent. And I'm also getting the sense that a lot of financial worry or concern or fear that maybe you had either in this life or again in a past life relationship or just a past life experience, you're going to actually receive relief from that. And what is going to happen for you is this ball of karma, or just maybe visualize like this sphere of energetic karma is going to dissolve and dissipate. Moving forward in your upcoming incarnations, something is getting released in terms of financial worry or financial lack and loss. The emotional withdrawal, what I'm noticing in this card specifically is this person praying. And when the universe card first popped up, I knew that this was heaven sent, that God really is listening to your prayers, or the universe, source, the divine mother, whoever it is that you place your desires out to, really heard you on this one. I'm just getting the sense that you have lived, you have stories. And I feel like this is all an accumulation of just past life karma that built up and built up. And I've actually never received this vision before, but what I'm being shown is it's almost like in previous incarnations leading up to this life, and this is so interesting, you were given an option, and those options were, do you want to deal with this aspect of your karma in this life, or do you want to push it off? And I just keep watching you push it off and push it off. So it's almost like you chose in your previous lifetimes to have a fairly easy go, a fairly easy go at it. Not a lot of traumatic lessons or not a lot of karmic lessons had to be learned. You had a fairly easy ride, I want to say, on Earth. And maybe in this life in particular, the karma or just the circumstance has felt a little bit heavier on you. And you're like, why? Why is this happening? Why am I still going around in circles? Or why is ABC not happening for me? This could actually give you a solid answer for that. So know that your karmic lessons have come to a halt, and I'm just being told that moving forward, you're going to be experiencing an easier ride from here on out, and coming into union with this partner is certainly going to help push that and propel that into the right direction. Next, we have emotional loss. In terms of lessons that you're learning together, this is really giving me visions that you're going to be growing through and learning how to help this new partner communicate their emotions. Your communication is really fantastic. You love to chat. Your communication is really great. And because of that, you're going to be helping your partner really work through their emotions and become more vulnerable and more open to discuss some things. This is a very tightly closed aspect to this new partner. So try not to go in there with a crowbar and like completely expect to just like blow the lid off. This is going to require some nurturing and just some tender loving care, but you are the person being sent in to help them with this. Next, we have sacrifice, number 12. I'm hearing read the book, so there is a specific message in there for us. The sacrifice card can also symbolize a period of transition and change. The solutions you seek may be slow in coming, for it could be necessary to live into the answers. Accept the things that you can't control, heal and leave the past behind, move towards your future, and watch for new doors opening and paths that are being shown to you. So the solutions you seek may be slow in coming. I'm hearing that saying people can't change people. Like those people need to be willing to change themselves. And the sense I'm picking up on this partnership, on the both of you coming together, is you're going to feel fulfilled in many different aspects of a romantic relationship. However, I don't think you're going to be feeling fulfilled in everything you're looking for. And this is your opportunity to really gauge and figure out what your non-negotiables are. Like if you really are looking for a partner that you can sit down and speak to and be so open with and have that receptive back and forth conversation with, this partner isn't going to check that box. If, on the other hand, having conversation with your romantic partner and having that open dialogue isn't a non-negotiable for you, and you can find solstice, like you can find that comfort in your friend circle or with a therapist or with a family member, anyone else that you do love and is close to you. If you find comfort in that, then this partnership has a lot of potential in working out for you. I feel like the sacrifice card coming up in this dynamic is really trying to share if there are aspects of this individual that you are looking to change, then it's not going to work out in your favor. You can lovingly and very kindly guide them into opening up and blossoming into, I want to say, like a more refined version of who they are if they're willing to grow and change. But if they're not, then I feel like you're just going to find yourself hitting your head against the wall over and over and over and over again. So it's getting really clear with yourself and understanding what really makes you happy and what is so important to you and then what isn't important to you. And if you're looking for the entire package that is not characterized by this package, then this isn't the package for you. And you would probably be better off continuing your search. However, you could actually find a lot of enjoyment, and in coming together, it could spark something within you and for you moving towards the future, if that is still with this person or if it's going to be with someone else. Next, we have sacral chakra, which makes so much sense because this has everything to do with us being creators. We get to create what it is we experience in this life. And it also speaks to experiencing pleasure. It speaks to having a very healthy and balanced sex drive and sex life. It has everything to do with expressive creativity and what we want to build for ourselves in the physical world. And also in terms of really tuning into our emotional self. So if this partner is long-term for you, that's only something that you can decide as you're going through the motions with this individual. Next, we have financial and material changes. And clairvoyantly, I was just seeing this rush of power and energy moving up and exploding out with a lot of financial gain. There could be opportunity for you to work on creative aspects yourself that actually build your own business, or you could create these new financial opportunities in your life just because you have met this new partner. And maybe this new partner is associated with or is connected to someone else that helps you along your journey. Regardless, you two meeting is something that is heaven sent. If that is for a season, a reason, or a lifetime, it's still undecided and I think very much in the air. Lastly, we have memories of love. There will be something about this person that feels like a beautiful fireplace in the wintertime. You know, like imagine yourself at a ski resort and there is an open fireplace. Like you can smell the burning logs. You have your cup of cocoa or your hot toddy or your cup of tea, whatever it is you're drinking that is warming you from the inside out, curled up with a nice, like fuzzy, beautiful blanket around you. That is the feeling that you receive when you are with this person. Ooh, and I don't know if you could see that, but the rose quartz heart was just like teetering and shaking. I feel like this relationship is going to really stir up your heart. Like it's really going to stir up warm and beautiful emotions within you. We are going to use the classic Rider-Waite deck to take a look at any highlights that your relationship has in store. While I shuffle these, I just want to thank you so much for being here. I've absolutely loved connecting with your energy. The potential of this adventure sounds very, very exciting and very worth the wait. So congratulations on that. Oh, amazing. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the Star card. When I first started to read the tarot, the very first homework assignment that we were given was to shuffle this deck in particular, and to take a look at it and to figure out what our favorite card was. We were supposed to look at all the cards and just pick one card that was our favorite. And the teacher asked, "What card did you pick?" And my response was, "I didn't pick the card picked me." I shuffled the deck and twice in a row, the Star card had popped out for me. And when it comes to the Star, I always see the Star and interpret the Star as a card that is full of hope and full of bringing our wishes and our desires into fruition. I've heard other readers read this card and say when the Star card pops up, your wishes and dreams and desires could be filled anywhere from like 3 to 5 years. For you, I'm hearing 3 to 5 months, and I'm also hearing nothing sooner, but I didn't hear anything about extended. So a little tip and trick. If you're listening to pick a card readings and readers provide a timeline, because so many people actually listen to the reading, it is important to just see if you can feel into that timeline or tune into your clairaudience and hear if you get an internal yes or no, just to confirm specific messages to see if they actually resonate for your situation and scenario. But yeah, the Star card, it's like dreaming upon a star and having that wish and that dream being given to you. Okay, oh, gorgeous. Next we have the 9 of Pentacles. So really enjoying and reaping the benefits of your rewards, really enjoying the physical realm, enjoying the finer things in life. Next we have the Knight of Cups. This is great. So movement in emotions, like movement in, I'm hearing emotional maturity. Next we have the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. I am picking up on this that maybe not everyone you know is going to be in favor of this relationship coming together. And I'm hearing that this is actually happening on both sides. So if the both of you choose each other, the both of you are truly choosing one another. Next, we have the Knight of Swords. This is so interesting because in the first pile, there was a lot of page energy. And I love that in the second pile, we have a lot of knight energy. So this is fast movement, okay, which would explain the 3 to 5 months. This is a lot of fast movement, a lot of eager energy, just tuning back into your new partner's characteristics. And like, they're very suave and they're very neutral in their expression. For yourself, I'm getting like a really fast heartbeat. So this could be extremely exciting for you. This could be out of the ordinary, out of the norm. This could also, I'm getting that it could also really inspire this new partner and bring a liveliness to this new partner's world that they didn't really expect when they first came across you. Next, we have the Six of Wands. So this is victory. The both of you could feel really, really good about everything. And what I would encourage, if there is any glimmer of hope with this person being willing to just open up a bit and communicate emotions or their needs at all, really help to encourage that from the get-go. I think that doing that from the start is going to allow for this new characteristic of being forthcoming with information. You could have long-term potential with them. I was wondering, well, why isn't there more potential off the hop? And I'm feeling like when I was just tuning into their childhood, there was something that was said when they tried to communicate something, and this is what closed the lid. Like, this is what made them maybe fearful of speaking up and fearful of sharing their voice. This aspect of open communication has now become a bit of a shadow part of them, and this is something that is looking to be released. And I'm just understanding that you will be more victorious if you allow this person to speak freely from the get-go, because it's going to help them just come out of their shell, because don't forget, you don't know anything about them. So they get to prove whatever version they want to you, and you can really help nurture a very healthy aspect of them to come out. And then lastly, we have the Page of Pentacles, which is really nice. There is a lot of not only financial potential in this relationship, but a lot of, I want to say, earthly and physical strength potential just in this lifetime together. It's almost like you're both being given the gift of experiencing the earthly realm to the utmost potential of what you can experience, and a little less of the esoteric or spiritual realm. It's like, this life is your life to be really, really grounded to the earth and gifted the opportunity to go out, to seek, to have an adventure anywhere you want to go so that you can experience the world to its full potential. Lastly, we're going to see if we can get any more messages out of the Whispering Heart Love Oracle deck. If you've enjoyed your reading, thank you so much for subscribing, for liking, and for hitting that bell so that you know when I upload my next video. It'd be lovely to read for you again. Let's flip this top card, actually. Okay, so we have baby steps, involving children or taking time to know each other. I'm hearing it's more like nurturing and taking baby steps with each other. Remember, small bites and baby steps. Rome wasn't built in a day, and we are slowly but surely adding brick by brick. This is a beautiful opportunity for patience and personal growth. Next, we have in-depth, connecting on a deeper level, or complex feelings. Feelings are going to be very substantial. The frog, very closely related to water as well. Next, we have happiness, appreciating love and life despite any hardships. I'm getting the sense that maybe this is your opportunity to kind of snip the ties on any additional drama or possibly gossip happening between you and friends. I'm seeing that maybe this is your opportunity, just going back to here, our Five of Swords and the Seven of Wands there. Maybe not everyone is in favor of this relationship, but it's because they just have opposing views, or the both of you and your new partner are coming together to see things in a different light, and not everyone you currently know is going to be all for that. This is what I'm hearing, is misery loves company. And in certain partnerships that you do have, you might just find yourself slowly but surely moving away from them and closer to this new partner. Next, we have unsure, questioning past actions and current decisions. You could feel a little bit on the fence, but again, baby steps and little bites. Just take everything day by day and go with how situations and scenarios are making you feel above all else. Be logical, be very logical about your life, but notice your intuition guiding you through feeling, and use your discernment with your next move. Next, we have home sweet home, making a good home life or settling down. For some of you, I'm watching you pack boxes, and I'm actually watching you moving to a whole different location, possibly even like a different side of the country or the continent. You could both take a very fresh start somewhere. I'm getting the feeling that this person works remote. Attraction, having great chemistry, or able to manifest love. There are a lot of aspects about this person that you really, really, really like and you're really attracted to. Next, we have beyond compare, comparing new partners to past experiences. This is where understanding what you value and understanding your non-negotiables, specifically for you, you might want to take a look at your past relationships and ask yourself where and how certain things just didn't go in a very good direction. It's like, okay, well, why? Comparing your new partner to the past experiences has everything to do with just taking into account what you have already experienced and what you are willing and not willing to go through again. And then lastly, we have adventures, having new experiences and making new friends. And look how they're both leaning in, both the unicorn and the horse, they're both leaning into each other. It will be important for you not to compare your exes with this new partner. And I'm also getting that this new partner has zero interest in going down memory lane in terms of your past partners. Hello and welcome. You have chosen pile number 3 with Giraffe Spirit. See the big picture. To begin, I am just going to tune in to the Giraffe Spirit here. Okay, amazing. So the first thing I'm picking up on is they could have a very, I want to say like a larger than life personality, but they're goofy and a little bit clumsy. Like I'm watching in my mind's eye this giraffe kind of tripping over their feet. So they might be a little bit accident prone, but in an endearing way, if that can coincide with one another. And this is interesting. I'm also noticing that they gravitate towards orange things. Like I'm watching them bounce a basketball. I'm watching them enjoy cantaloupe and oranges, and they love the sun. They love anything that has to do with strengthening and supporting the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra has everything to do with feeling and enjoying the pleasures of life. And this can happen in so many different ways. From enjoying textile things, I'm noticing like textures. They might really enjoy art and being in a creative state. The other thing about the sacral chakra, this is where our emotions can be felt, and it's also the hub for a really healthy sexual balance and expression. They're very respectful, and I'm picking up on very picky and choosy with who they physically give themselves to. I wouldn't even be surprised if this new partner felt like even kissing was a very personal thing. They just don't throw themselves around or throw themselves at a number of different people or a number of different partners. They're not only reliable and thoughtful, but they're very considerate and very respectful with their own boundaries and respecting others as well. So going into hobbies, I'm just watching them doing some art. So they could be really into drawing, maybe painting, maybe sketching. They love to express themselves visually. creativity. They could be actually really great at also decorating a space. They are quite creative, so I wouldn't be surprised if this was someone that really enjoyed moving furniture within the space just to get a different vibe, a different feel going on. And again, they have a really great eye for interior design. I'm also noticing that this individual likes to just slow down and have a lot of quiet time. They're not that loud personality that needs to go out and party. They really enjoy spending quality time with those that they love or those that are in their company. Like the giraffe, in terms of their looks and maybe their physical features, you could expect someone a little bit more lanky, someone that has height, not a lot of build, but healthy. I'm also picking up on brunette hair and then like a sandy blonde, like a dirty blonde. How they take care of themselves in terms of their personal hygiene is like aces. They really take pride in how they present themselves to the world. They just really enjoy taking care of their physical body. They really like to present themselves to the world really well, but not over the top. This isn't something that they do to show off. It's just something that they take pride in, and they do enjoy a partner that also takes pride in their appearance as well. They don't strike me as someone who needs to like go big or go home. They like to have nice things in their environment and on their body, but it's not in a flashy way. They take care of their teeth. They have really nice teeth. They go for regular cleanings, and this is also something that they pride themselves on. Again, like they really do focus and cherish their physical vessel. Like they really like to take care of their body. This is someone that likes to work out. They like to move their body. They enjoy cardio. I'm watching them jogging on the treadmill, jogging outside. They're also someone you'll be able to easily read. They're not going to keep you guessing. Whatever gesture they do for you, I'm understanding that they would appreciate the same in return. They give very freely, and it's not conditional doing or giving, but they do show you in ways how they also enjoy being loved and enjoy being taken care of. So this actually puts you in a really great position because you won't have to really guess what it is that you can do for them. And I'm also noticing that in this sense, the both of you work really well together because you'll always have each other's backs. I am even being like brought back to the gym. If you're someone that also enjoys going to the gym, it's like, you know, when you sit down to stretch, I'm just seeing the both of you sitting back to one another and like linking your arms and moving back and forward to help each other stretch. It's like you'll always have each other's backs, and you'll always see if you can do or help each other out in any way. I was just picking up on a dislike, and this person does not like a messy space. They do not like dishes all over the kitchen. They do not like clothes that are flung all over the bedroom. They do not like a dirty bathroom. This moves from taking pride in their own appearance to taking a lot of pride in their living environment. Even their car, I'm seeing, is also very clean, and just the way that they function in the world, which actually makes sense when we circle back around to the sacral chakra, because the sacral chakra will really stir a lot of clairsentient intuitive messages. The sacral chakra really supports our clairsentience, and this is feeling intuitive messages through the physical body. So think of goosebumps, or think of like your stomach twisting when something doesn't feel right. This person actually supports their intuition and supports their clairsentience by keeping a clean space. It's like the cleaner and tidier their space, the more they can feel and the more they can function with more clarity in their everyday life. So yeah, they do not like a messy space. They're a very by the book kind of individual as well. I was just watching them driving their car, and they like to do like in and around the speed limit. They're not someone that's going to be driving super fast and like having to slam on their brakes. They go with the law, you know, like their taxes are done, their bills are always always paid for. They stay within speed limits. They really live abidingly. I want to say they're a really great citizen. They're not unruly. And it's just like, it's a deep seed within them. Oh, this is really sweet. I'm tuning into their family life and just their connection with their family. And they were brought up really well. They were brought up with a very logical and very heart-centered parental figures and people in their environment. So I'm even seeing like the teachers that this individual came across were very nurturing, but then also really helped this person expand in a logical sense. Okay, amazing. So they sound lovely. I'm just gonna put this over here and we are going to start pulling out some cards from the Psychic Tarot deck. And this is just going to give us some messages into maybe some things that you're gonna grow and learn from together. Before I flip these over, I want to thank you so much for being here. I have really enjoyed the readings that I've been putting onto YouTube, but this reading has been one of my favorites. So I think I might do some more of this. I don't know. If you have any ideas or any reading requests that you would like me to do, please do not be shy and post comments down below. First, we have authority. Then we have patience. Then we have solitude. Okay, let's tune in here. This is amazing. If you can notice, the arms in the authority are crossed over. The patience has a little bit of an opening. And then finally in solitude, there's like this massive invitation to just come on in. And this is really giving me like that slow burn kind of feel. You're going to feel very excited when you meet them because I'm seeing something is just going to click. You're just going to know that this is your person. This is your next partner. And it's going to be important for you, I'm seeing, to pump the brakes a bit and not get too ahead of yourself and just allow for things to unfold naturally for you. It will be important for this person to take the lead in many ways. I don't want to say they're stuck in their ways, but I also do find it a little bit interesting that we were going into the scenario or into the understanding that they're a good citizen, that they really abide by the law. And we also dabbled into just how they have a lot of respect and a lot of physical boundaries about themselves. So this person over time is going to eventually open themselves even more. And what I'm understanding is this is going to give you especially the opportunity to really like slow down and smell the roses and enjoy the blossoming of this relationship. And of course, as I say that, I look down and I'm there, oh, it's a flower. And this is in our patience card. So I don't know if you would consider yourself an impatient person. I don't think really. I think you do have a decent amount of patience like packed in your back pocket. But this relationship is going to require you to really put that to the test. Okay, let's flip some more. We have stand your ground. We have universe. This is a very divinely guided relationship. I'm hearing a soulmate relationship, which is actually really quite nice. A soulmate relationship allows you to learn lessons, but with grace and a lot more ease. Our twin flame relationships have a little bit more direct mirroring of one another. And then of course, the karmic relationship is just like, oh, all of the pins in my back. So yeah, this is a beautiful divine soulmate relationship that is really going to, I'm hearing, up your game in a very spiritual sense. But also what's interesting is I'm seeing this ribbon of red energy that just wraps around the both of you and flows within the both of you. And this is giving me root chakra energy. And the both of you have a really strong foundation, a really strong gripping to the earth. You don't get above and ahead of yourselves in any way when it comes to detaching and getting too stuck stuck in your mind or getting too stuck in meditation or ascension and getting a little heady and a little too esoteric throughout your day. Speaking of patience with standing your ground, I'm really noticing this connecting to authority. This new partner might actually be very prominent in requesting how they like to live in terms of, remember, I was just going through their apartment and their car and workspace, and it's really, really tidy. So they might be, I don't want to say over the top, but they're going to make themselves really clear that they do like things a certain way. And I feel like the both of you coming together and you asking for a bit of grace in certain areas is really going to help allow this individual to just kind of relax a bit and unfold a bit. I feel like the energy that they are in terms of their space, in terms of living the way that they do, they're an amazing individual. Like, they feel really fun, they feel really goofy, they are larger than life, they're a really great person. However, I think that there's just a little bit of a control issue here. And it's not a bad thing, but the both of you are going to be working at balancing that out a little bit more. You might find yourself to be someone who is, the term coming to me is lackadaisy. You really understand going with the flow, but sometimes it can kind of get you where you're too much in flow and you need to have a little bit more consistency. This is what this partner is going to help you with. And then, like I mentioned, vice versa, you're going to help them unravel a little bit more and just take a step back from needing to be in control of the situations that they put themselves in control over. Next, we have triumph. So this is not going to be like a battle of the ages where you're going to be going at it forever. You are going to be very triumphant together. Again, you have each other's backs. Like, it does feel really loving, and it does feel like something that you both want to work towards and like build together. And then lastly, we have memories of love. This new partner is very in tune and very connected with their emotions. And I'm actually seeing for yourself, you could be someone who's not really, I don't want to say open to exploring your emotions, but you have a bit more of a wall up compared to this new partner. And this is also something that they're going to help you then bring down, right? So their control issues, you're helping them unfold there, and then the wall that you have up around your emotions, they're going to help you unfold there. So I wouldn't be surprised if this person is very comfortable with expressing how they feel and even showing how they feel. They could be someone who is very relaxed and very open to crying in front of others, and they could also be someone who requests quiet time to themselves just so that they can really get in tune with what is happening for them internally. Remembering that they're very connected to their clairsentience, really feeling a lot of intuition in the body, and they might just need some sort of outlet to neutralize everything going on for them. That could also be another great reason why they run outside, is because it really gets a lot of the energy moving in the body, and then the wind can blow any like energetic stagnant pieces that are ready to fly off. Okay. So we're gonna go into the original tarot deck here, and we're just gonna see about highlights. If you're enjoying the reading, thank you so much for liking the video, for subscribing, hitting that little bell so you know when I upload again. It would be so lovely to have you return. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands, and it came in reverse. I don't really take reversals, but I'm hearing to leave that in reverse. And this message for us today is just letting us know that if it has been some time, or you have been anticipating this partner to come in, the waiting period or your waiting window is coming to a halt, and it's coming to a halt really quickly. Our Nine of Wands in reverse talk about obstacles, and obstacles obstacles showing up in the highlights of your relationship, I want to take this as a positive message. I think the easiest way to just really approach life is to stay as neutral as possible to any outcome that comes our way, and just seeing the silver lining in anything that is presented to us. If obstacles do show, and I'm hearing they will, I'm also seeing you cleaning them up and really working through them towards the beginning stages of the relationship. This isn't something that you're going to be like fishing for down the road. I think any trials, tribulations, challenges, you're going to get rid of them at the top. You're going to be amazing for conversation and just being really open and honest and set your expectations out there. Again, I'm hearing the both of you will really respect each other. So any obstacles, any adversities, any opposing opinions is going to get sorted through at the top of your relationship, which will make the rest of the relationship that much more sturdy and loving and free to just be super enjoyable. Next, we have the Knight of Cups. I'm hearing Mr. Romance. It's a romantic partnership. It's something that is really enjoyable. When you get there, it will totally be worth the wait. Remember the bit of a slow burn. Don't worry or don't concern yourself too much about how slow things are going or even where things are going. Again, just relax and allow yourself to enjoy the present moment, and all of the emotion and even the logical attraction, the mental attraction you have towards one another is just going to build and build and build this beautiful accumulation of energy between you two, that when you do start opening yourselves up more romantically, I'm seeing like the cartoon image of your socks are going to be blown off your feet. This is someone that you work really well together. This confirms our Three of Pentacles, really having each other's backs. Like there isn't anything the both of you can't face as a team. Your teamwork is going to be absolutely amazing. The High Priestess in reverse. So the High Priestess in reverse really talks to us about the slow burn that's going to be happening. It's not going to be wildly open. There could actually be a pull away from tuning into your intuition off the hop and focusing more on how you can make things work on the physical, how we all live in the physical world, in the physical realm. Logic could be taking over a little bit more here, as well as the physical attraction to one another could be taking over a little bit more in comparison to esoteric spiritual connection. We have the Hangman. I'm just going to flip a couple more here. And the World. In this waiting period, there could be some things coming to a close, either for yourself or for this individual. I just saw a plane, so there could be traveling from one place to the next. The both of you could actually run into each other, like serendipitously, not expecting to meet each other. I feel like if that happens, you're on vacation, but so are they. And that's how you're going to meet. You know, the Hangman coming up beside the High Priestess and just talking about how right off the hop there could be more of a physical attraction or more of a desire to figure out how to make things work physically. Okay, amazing, because you could be meeting in a different location to where you guys live. This could be causing, I'm hearing a little bit of a pause, a bit of a wondering, and a bit of this stalemate energy. And I'm just hearing that is going to get worked out really quickly. Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune right beside the World. I love that. Okay. And then the Four of Swords. And then lastly, the Six of Cups coming up in reverse. I'm hearing that the wheel is turning in your favor. And this is going to prompt you to really think about the things that matter to you. Think about the things that you appreciate and the things that you want in a partner and the things that matter to you. And I'm just getting the awareness around once you do that, it's actually going to prompt this new partner to come in closer to you. It's like like the universe already knows who you're partnered with, but in you making the effort and setting that clear intention by putting your wishes out there and saying, you know what, this is the type of individual I'm really looking for, it's going to really entice for your coming together a little quicker. Six of Cups in reverse talks about renewal, and it talks about the future, and it talks about what will naturally pass. So if you're feeling at all anxious or at all stressed about when this is going to happen, when the coming together, the union is going to take place, the best form of action for you right now is to really enjoy your day. Ask yourself what you need on a daily basis to just enjoy your time. You might want to see about joining other groups or just getting involved with friends or classes in your area, like something that will really entice you to break out of your shell, I'm getting, and to really start opening yourself up to receive this. But being present in that moment and finding joy in that moment is also going to allow you to just like relax and remove any worry, stress, or anxiety. And you're really going to feel physically and energetically the benefits of being so present with yourself. Next, we're going to pull from the Whispering Heart Love Oracle for any other messages. I'm just seeing when you do meet each other, you will be very, very excited. And they might actually like play it cool and not show all of their cards at once, but they too are really excited as well. Breaking free, getting out of a situation or being on your own now. Really just taking care of yourself right now, wherever it is you find yourself, and trust that your inspiration is going to guide you. Trust that when you have reoccurring thoughts, these thoughts are yours for the taking. And if that thought excites you, then just ask yourself, okay, so what is my next point of action in order to make that thought or that desire a reality in my world? But focus on yourself right now. Stability, finding your balance and not rocking the boat. Just going back to the things that you're both going to be helping each other out on, and maybe the idea of finding some sort of routine or some sort of point of consistency that you can tap into a little bit more instead of always being in flow and just waiting to see what comes your way. Next, we have celebration, taking time to appreciate the good things. This is really going to put you into a state of gratitude and also really connecting with that present moment that you're in. Awareness, distracted or filling life with other things. So, it's so interesting. I was thinking about this morning. I was thinking about a gratitude practice, and for the longest time, for years and years, all day, and maybe this is the Canadian in me, but all day I would give thanks. I would give thanks and really express how grateful I am to the people in my life and give thanks for the beautiful, amazing things coming into my life. But there was still something in my heart where I felt, oh my gosh, like I know I'm grateful, but I don't feel it. Like I don't feel it inside of my body like I know I want to feel it. And I just started committing myself to sitting down and meditating for at least 10 to 15 minutes a day. Sometimes I'll meditate a couple extra times, or I'll go into longer and deeper meditations. But that is the one major shift I've noticed, is sitting in meditation and choosing the meditations that really allow me or entice me to tap into manifesting my desires and being grateful and feeling joy and everything along these lines, being really present, having that awareness. By doing those practices, I can actually now feel gratitude coursing through my heart and coursing through my body more. It vibrates off of me, like this state of joy and just this state of feeling so much more whole. So even if you do have a gratitude practice, I want to say, or like a journaling practice or any practice you have, if you want to amp that up, just ask yourself how you can do that, or follow your inspiration to try new things and then notice what those new habits actually bring into your life. Next, we have looking back, missing the moments you shared together. Okay, so on that note, I'm picking up on you thinking about someone that you met, you really enjoyed spending time with them. And the message that's coming through is feel that gratitude and also put as much emotion you have within that relationship. Now's the time to also logically think about it as well too, so that you can understand from a mental standpoint why you two came together in the first place. This is going to help you, I want to say, like, heal that closing. It's going to help you find closure, and it's going to help your heart really move on to opening yourself up and inviting a new partner in. The other interesting thing that I was thinking about yesterday was noticing all of the different places I lived in throughout my adult life. And every time one chapter closed and then I readjusted and I moved into the next place, that next place, it met more of my ideal expectations. And then that chapter would close and then I would move into my next place and it would just get better. And that's the same with life, I think. I believe that when we meet people, when we have partners, when we go through these experiences and when we learn the thing that we're supposed to learn through that partnership, whatever type of partnership, we can only naturally take the next step forward to experience something even greater or something even more fulfilling. So looking back, understanding who it is you still have some sort of hook on, look at how you can release that, how you can give thanks to that so that you can move on more open and fully to the next partner. Next, we have coming around. Hoping for another chance and wanting to try again. Maybe this is an ex. Maybe this is someone that you've already dated and you want to come back in union with. Could be, but I am just checking in with my guides and I understand like why I was going into the looking back cards so much and why I was reassuring you that after one chapter closes and you open and you start a new chapter in your life, it really is an opportunity to experience, I want to say, the next best thing. There are no boundaries to how great your next experience could be. You might even want to say, thank you, God. Thank you. Show me how it can get even better. You could really be focusing and putting a lot of energy into someone from your past, and this could be blocking the new partner that wants to come in. And maybe this is why the Four of Swords was coming up, reminding you of setting aside some time and getting clear on who it is you want to step forward. And then lastly, we have fan the flames, doing what it takes to keep the passion alive. I'm noticing one of the habits, this could be from yourself or it could be from your new partner, but one of the habits is like going really hard, really quick. I want to say that this could be your habit because your new partner is clearly like slow burn. Let's take it easy. Let's pump the brakes. So you could have this like, let's go fast, let's go quick, let's go hard, let's go all in, like right off the top. And again, this just confirms and just, gently and lovingly reminds you to really take your time to breathe, to really enjoy whatever moment you are in with this person, with yourself, with anyone, any of your friends or family members, whatever the case is, and really take it slow. It's time to start taking it slow. And the reason being is because the pattern could be like a really quick crash and burn. Like you start off going really, really fast, you're all in, all of your cards are out on the table, and this is the crash, and then it fizzles out and it burns. So not getting to that point where you feel bored too quickly, but just allowing for things to naturally unravel for you. You have chosen Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured. Love this. So for today's reading, we're going to take a look at your next partner's characteristics, their hobbies, personality traits, maybe what they could look like, and also their likes and their dislikes, maybe some habits or some preferences in with that. And then we are going to expand the reading and look into the lessons that you could be learning together, maybe some highlights of the relationship, or just in general, any more messages that want to come through for you. Before we go into other cards, I'm just going to tune into the Bat Spirit card and pick up on some things about your new partner. The first thing I'm noticing is this is a number 5. And when we have number 5s reoccurring in our life, this means changes. So your next partner could be out of the norm, right? You could have a very clear idea of the type of person you like to date, maybe like the avatar of a person that you see yourself with. And this person could just be different from that. They could be outside of that box. So you can expect to be surprised in actually some really loving ways. You are going to surprise yourself when you feel this connection and this attraction to this individual. A rebirth is assured. I'm seeing for the both of you, this is a very spiritually led connection. There is going to be a lot of spiritual support, spiritual downloads, energetic expansion. The both of you are very intuitive, and there is great, incredible potential to just continue expanding on an intuitive level. Interestingly enough, I'm also noticing that you're both very focused on the physical plane as well, which is fantastic. The way that you can merge and connect both your spiritual aspects and your physical aspects are something that a lot of people wish they could do, and you have both found really great balance within that. I'm being brought into one of your new person's hobbies, and they love working out. They love working out, they love going to the gym, they love being active. They're a sports person, and they really enjoy feeling things with the body. This is how they stay very tethered to the earth. They have a great sense of appetite. They love to eat. They're not very picky. They could really like to cook. I'm seeing a very like meat focused type of diet. They have a very masculine energy about them. A lot of things that they do and that they are very masculine. I was tuning into the bat just hanging upside down, and I was feeling really conflicted inside, because this to me is kind of like hanged man energy, like waiting around, like being in that, I don't know, kind of like in a stagnant energy. And I'm there, just on the other hand, it just doesn't feel that way. For this individual, like they're so active and they move around so much and they love being busy that they actually need to, I don't want to say slow down so much, but it would be very helpful to them if they found just a little bit more balance in having quiet time or downtime in comparison to how active they are. I was noticing windsurfing and just being like surfing in general, and then windsurfing. They love air elements. They love being outside. In particular, they love being in the ocean as well. Anything to do with the earth, anything to do with nature, they would take all of it all at once. They love the elements. If they had to pick between working out indoors or working out outdoors, like I'm seeing like a wide open outdoor gym, they would choose the outdoor gym. They could actually live somewhere warm where this could be catered to year round, like California, maybe Florida, or if it's not their current location, it could be somewhere they aspire to live, maybe even before retirement. Now, speaking to retirement, I'm noticing that this individual actually has such a hard and diligent work discipline that they could retire earlier than the typical retiring age. Was that English? I hope so. So they work hard, they play hard, they go, go, go. They really are here to soak up and enjoy every ounce of life they could possibly enjoy. Any other hobbies? They like cars. They love cars. They love sports cars. I just got a quick vision of someone driving a Jeep, like one of those off-roading type looking Jeeps. Ooh, and I'm also seeing that this individual or someone really likes the planets. Like they love space. They love the stars. They love the planets. They love looking up at the sky during the night. They could really enjoy hiking or like setting up camp during the night just to sleep underneath the stars. They would love to be outside at any time of the year. Even in the winter, there's some spots in Canada I've seen where people will go and they'll set themselves up in a completely transparent type of globe and they sleep underneath the sky in that way. So that could be something that they really, really enjoy. They're they're so cute. They're so cheeky. They're really, really fun. I was just being shown them like getting ready for the day, and they're very expressive with themselves when they look in the mirror. They could really enjoy listening to music getting ready. They love being very playful. They find themselves to be playful, but they also get a kick out of their own personality. They think they're funny, and you know that they think that they're funny. Their smile is really beautiful. It's so engaging and it's really, really warm. It brings out the wholeness and the goodness that they have in their heart. I'm also flashing back to them in their teens, maybe even in their 20s. Someone had a skateboarding accident, like they were in a cast. Maybe this individual is like so sporty and, what is it called when people have the job? The stunt man or stunt woman, like when they do stunts. I feel like this person would practice things like that, or just practice being I don't know, like really out there with the things that they would try, not just skateboarding, but I'm also noticing snowboarding as well. I'm hearing they do prefer the heat, but they'll be active wherever they are. I just keep being brought back to their smile. Their teeth, maybe this is really important for me to mention to you, like their teeth are nice and straight. They're pearly white. They're absolutely gorgeous. Eyes are really warm. I'm getting a hazel color. I'm getting a deep brown color. They have like really nice manicured hands. They keep their nails cut and short. Thick head of hair. There's just a lot of hair. But their chest and their arms, it's opposite for their body if you're interested in the men. But I'm only picking up on a male masculine energy for this pile. There were other piles where it was both men and women, but this one is just primarily men. Okay, their likes and dislikes. So when they date people, they like having a lot of fun. Someone who doesn't take things so seriously, someone that they can really joke around with, someone who is their friend. I'm also noticing like a tomboy energy as well. So someone else who is also very sporty, but very confident in their feminine nature. They love confidence, but not arrogance. They love strength and softness combined. They really do appreciate someone who is whole and balanced in both aspects of like really honoring the masculine side of themselves and the feminine side of themselves. Okay, I'm getting into a dislike. They're not into over planning. They're not into personalities that are very controlling, that need to know exactly what's going to happen at every minute of the day. This individual is a very spontaneous individual, and they really just love being able to go with the flow and enjoying their day and enjoying life as it comes at them. They are, however, very responsible. Like they know that they have to take care of things, but I'm also picking up on the understanding that if they don't know how to take care of something, or if it is something that they're not very interested in learning about or putting energy and effort towards, they have no problem hiring someone to come in and take over. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has like a really great accountant on their payroll, if they have a housekeeper on their payroll, anyone or any aspect of life that they just don't really care to take care of themselves, they hire someone else to do it. Okay, amazing. I'm hearing that that's it for our characteristics and personality. We are going to go ahead and take some cards out of the Psychic Tarot, and these are going to be messages in terms of maybe some things that you're going to be learning together. And we're starting with victory and success. I am hearing this is a win-win. It is a win-win for the both of you. I'm also hearing 2 peas in a pod. It's really nice. Sacral chakra, phenomenal. This is our creator center. This is where we are most creative. This is where we find pleasure in life, and that can be across all of the boards. This is where we really notice and pick up on a lot of our emotions, our ability to really honor our emotions or to keep them stuck and stagnant within that energy center. The sacral chakra is the chakra right above the root. You might notice that the both of you really enjoy spending time in the sun or really enjoy watching sunrise or sunset. You could thoroughly enjoy oranges or cantaloupe or anything else that really supports the sacral. The element to the sacral is water, and I was picking up on them thoroughly enjoying being out on the ocean. Being out in the water is something that you could enjoy as well. I'm seeing like swimming and or lounging on the beach or by the pool. The lessons you do learn together, there will be victory to it. I really am getting the sense of, and I hope this resonates, but I'm getting the sense that this relationship is, for the most part, really easy breezy, which is so nice. And then our victory and success is a number 6, and our sacral chakra is the number 2. Those together is an 8, and that's our infinity sign. And I just quickly zoomed back into the chords of past life connection. So you could feel very, very familiar to one another. Soulmate, maybe twin flame reconnection. There's going to be a lot of nurturing and just a lot of understanding between the both of you. The sacral chakra, though, coming up in terms of like the lessons that you'll learn together, I feel like you're going to be really helpful with one another in terms of communicating your emotions and just getting clear on what it is you do feel or how certain things make you feel. Next, we have light. This is so nice. Then we have emotional withdrawal. We have new beginnings. Maybe this is a connection unlike anything else you've experienced in the past, which will be really, really lovely. A lot of light. There isn't, again, like it's easy breezy. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of heaviness or even things to work through. I feel like the both of you, when you come together in this, the both of you have found this point of maturity within your own, like within your own journey, that you're not really putting up with BS anymore. And the both of you really love and appreciate that about each other. Next, we have disruption, and then we have power. Okay, let's read disruption. If disruption is, I believe, like that tower moment in the original tarot. Yeah. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This disruption card is a reminder that negative thinking, limiting beliefs, ignoring problematic situations, and risky or careless lifestyles must be addressed so that positive changes can take place. Life has a habit of moving you forward, whether you're ready or not. Transformation of body, mind, and soul can happen if you view this dramatic time or change as an opportunity for growth in the future. You may look back and be thankful for this opportunity. You know what I was getting here is I was seeing a lot of partying and a lot of going out, and I don't want to categorize it as careless behavior, but maybe inhibitions are a lot more broad and loose. And I think that for the both of you, you're going to really be able to support and pull yourselves in a little bit more. You're going to be really, really healthy catalysts for the both of your journeys. If you notice partying getting out of control, or maybe just like the benders going a little too hard and a little too often, I'm just seeing you guys designating a plan and figuring out how much energy you really do want to place in that area of your life and figuring out how often you're going to partake. It's like making a plan to party, which is still going to feel really great, but also being consistent and working with yourselves in a way where your partying is enjoyable and it's not taking away from enjoying life. Okay, amazing. This is going to empower the both of you very, very much. I'm being drawn into the emotional withdrawal, and I'm seeing really clearly you're the life of the party. You are, and this new partner is, like, you're extroverts. You really enjoy being around other people, but I'm also gathering that you're both very much introverts at the same time. And it is going to be important for you to just like take notice or take stock when it is time to slow down and separate in terms of you focus on you and your own thing. If that's curling up on the couch and reading a book or going to a cafe and I don't know, like working on something or looking at your phone, like just having your own personal time and space. And then of course, vice versa, just being able to wind down and recalibrate with your energy as an individual. And then also feeling really confident about your partner doing the same is going to be something that you really help each other grow through and progress through moving forward. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the original tarot, Rider-Waite. And this is going to be maybe highlights of the relationship or just additional messages. Let's do this one first. Okay, amazing. We have the Sun. Happy, happy, happy. Not only will you like look happy, because I'm seeing you looking so especially happy, but this is the type of happy that you also feel on the inside, and it's just gonna vibrate off of you and really positively affect everyone else that you come across. Oh, this is our Four of Wands. Our celebration coming together in union. Don't be surprised if this is the one. You could very well be getting married. Oh my gosh. And the 10 of Cups. This is absolutely stunning. Oh, good for you. I love that. I mean, we have the Sun with the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. This is absolutely magical and it's absolutely gorgeous. And this really is a dream come true. The teamwork and it just feeling so light. The thing coming in right now is don't let for this lightness and just how easy breezy everything is. Like, don't let that make you nervous. Or I'm hearing that some of you are wondering when the ball is going to drop, and it's not going to drop. I can't say it's never going to drop, but the ball is not going to drop. So just be mindful and pay attention to when thoughts like that come in. And I'm also hearing that there could be an element of forgiveness to just send to relationships in the past, because it's like a single ball didn't drop, but like many balls dropped over and over and over again. And just forgiving that person and understanding and giving, I think, thanks to that relationship, because whatever it is you went through with that relationship, it really helped to support who you are today and in leading you in this direction. And then you met this partner, which is just gorgeous. Next, we have Justice. Any legal things? Is anyone moving country? Is anyone relocating? I don't know, possibly. Oh, I'm also seeing for the individual who is like potentially getting ready to retire a lot sooner than the average retirement age. Like they could be working on selling a part of their company or their whole company to someone. Okay, I'm hearing that that's it. And then we have our 7 of Wands. I'll keep flipping. We have the Page of Swords, the Hanged Man. Ah, the bat. It came up. It's funny. Okay, amazing. And then the 3 of Wands. Top card, one more card. And then the 2 of Wands. Oh my gosh, this happened in another pile. what pile, what reading, I don't know. But the Three of Wands landed right beside the Two of Wands, and it's like this coming together. There's choices to make. I'm really feeling a relocation is happening for the both of you, or it will happen for the both of you. I don't know, maybe you met online, maybe you met on social media. I'm just picking up on the both of you getting a little bit more serious with like, okay, where are we going to live? And maybe that is that element of what is taking the both of you possibly out of like that hanged man energy. It's like, okay, like we feel the things, we know what this is, and it's really beautiful and it's really great. So what's the next step is what I'm getting. With the Page of Swords here in this spread, just don't overthink things. Overthink, but not by yourself. Like if there's a friend that you really love and you can trust, call them up, have a conversation with them. And then of course, this partner, just talk to them about the things going on in your mind and try not to overthink anything in particular. Our Seven of Wands beside the Justice card, this whatever legal thing is happening there, if that is something that is happening within this relationship, it might not be like as smooth as one would hope. It might just take a little bit of added paperwork I'm picking up on and just added time, but it's not so much time that it puts you behind schedule or it doesn't like align with what it is you most hope for or wish for when it comes to the progression of this relationship. Next, we have the Whispering Heart Love Oracle. I'm going to pick a random card to just place right there. And these are just some final messages. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been so lovely. I have thoroughly enjoyed this reading. If you have as well, thank you for liking and subscribing. It's so nice. I appreciate your support. And hit the bell so you know when I upload again. We have Flying High, feeling infatuated or having an intense affair. I just feel like the feelings, the emotions that run through you and course through the both of you are really intense. They're intense from the get-go. And for the both of you, it is a really great starting point. And what I'm seeing is as the years continue to go on, and you really grow and expand with each other, the emotional aspect of how much you love each other is also going to grow into like really adoring the logical aspects of you guys as well. And there's just very balanced passion overall. Next, we have Calmer Waters, getting rid of upheaval and leaving the drama behind. This could have something to do with the selling of, and in other cases, this could have something to do with letting go of old relationships and just like exes kind of like popping in or lingering a little bit and just cutting it and not paying attention, setting very strong and clear boundaries with these people. Next, we have Rambling Rose, growing apart or getting some space to think. Just some space between the both of you is going to be important when it comes to getting back to bases with yourselves. It's like when you're together, you enjoy each other's company so much that it doesn't really provide the space required to get really clear with your own thoughts, right? And that can get really muffled or emotionally, the both of you, right? Because we had the sacral chakra down there. Emotionally, it could be very overwhelming for the both of you. So just creating that bit of space is really going to be a very respectful thing the both of you choose to do to honor yourselves as individuals. Next, we have Beyond Compare, comparing new partners to past experiences. This confirms the message coming in of when's the ball gonna drop? Like, when's it gonna happen? This new partnership, this new everything is so much different than anything that you've experienced in the past. And you're being asked to just really go with the flow and enjoy what's presenting itself to you. And remembering that the both of you are coming together like as a team and having each other's back and really just like enjoying this easy breezy relationship. Of course, it's going to have its points and challenges that you both face together, but just enjoying each other's company is your primary focus. home sweet home, making a good home life, or settling down. Oh, I love that. I'm hearing don't rush and really take your time with this. The home or the neighborhood, wherever it is you do decide to plant your roots down, this is going to be your forever place. And I mean, it's not to say you're not going to go around the world and do some traveling and take some breaks, but that's going to be like your forever city or your forever location. So really take your time, and the both of you like honor the feeling coming up. You're both going to feel in the body. You're going to know that you have found your location when you find your location. Baby steps involving children or taking time to know each other. If wanting children is something that you're praying for or interested in, I'm seeing that having children in this relationship looks very promising. And then we're just going to pull this top card. Love stories, communicating and saying what needs to be said. Be forthcoming with the things that you're experiencing, your emotions, your thoughts, not getting stuck in your own head and overthinking situations, but instead speaking up and just honoring the things that are coming up for you, because they are absolutely normal, whatever it is. And this person is so respectful and so nurturing that they're just going to understand you. And I'm hearing that they're going to have patience and they're going to have that understanding. Maybe you are someone who has felt misunderstood for many years of your life, but this person will really surprise you. This reading was so beautiful and so confirming, and I just want to say congratulations. You have found the one.